It is my pleasure to introduce my very dear friend Amber. Amber and I have met through the Resistance over the last year. Our daughters are the same age and play together. They're over there manning a table for children, by the way, if anybody wants to go over and make a sign. Amber is also Me Too, and she is going to bravely come up here and share her experience over the past year and what this movement has meant to her.
Good morning. I might not need a mic. So I grew up in the Midwest. Non-denominational preacher for a father. I grew up on lettuce and macaroni and cheese. I joined the Marine Corps at 17 to get out. And it took me over a week to post my #MeToo hashtag. What's the big deal? It's a hashtag on Facebook. It's another social media thing. It'll die down in a week or two and something else trendy will come up to replace it. Me too. How could so many people be telling the truth anyway? There can't be that many of us. There shouldn't be. Me too. It's embarrassing. And after all, who would believe that a confident, outgoing woman would ever have let someone they knew pin her down and use her neck to beat her head off the floor so many times she thought she was dying, and in between the stars flashing, she begged for death. And who would believe when that preacher's daughter regained consciousness, she woke up pinned again to someone she knew raping her and whispering, "I love you, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm sorry, I love you, I'm sorry," over and over again in her ear. And when you thought that she was unconscious and took a break to get a drink of water, because let's face it, raping someone really takes it out of you, who would believe this strong female Marine would let someone she knew beat her in the face with the handset of the cordless phone that she used to call for help? I was in and out of consciousness for about 3 days. I was kept in a hotel room so he would make sure that no one could find me. He threatened the lives of my family, and I believed him. He dragged me from state to state for the next few years and forced me to do things that now I only see in my nightmares. When he finally allowed me to get a job, I made a friend who didn't believe me when I said I tripped and fell. I met a friend who didn't believe me when I said I accidentally slammed my hand in a car door. She didn't believe me when I said I tripped and hit my face on a doorknob. But she believed me. I arranged for his parents to come and visit, and when he was distracted, I snuck out with just the clothes on my back, and she hid me in her basement for weeks. There I stayed until one day I gave my friend the $200, all the money I had in the world, to buy a car, an old Ford Fairmont that her father fixed up for me. And that night, she put her hands on my shoulders, and with tears in her eyes, she begged me to drive. And I drove. So when Vanessa asked me to speak about the Me Too hashtag, I almost said no. But then I looked at my 5.5-year-old daughter, Olivia, and I tried to imagine her where I was. Hey, baby. And I can guarantee you, if anyone would ever lay a finger on her, there would be one less person existing in this universe, and I would not get caught. When Vanessa asked me to speak today, I looked for a word. I searched for a word to convey how I was feeling and what I have gone through in my life since then. And I say move through because I'm not past it. It's always with me. And I'm not a victim because it's over. And I'm not surviving. I'm not a survivor because I'm living. So the word that I found is breached. The word that I found is is breached. Those of you in the military know this term. As a noun, a breach is a gap in a wall. It's an opening and a barrier. And as a verb, to breach is to break through.
Oh, Mommy!
I don't know where she gets her strength, but I hope it's from me. So to breach is to break through a wall or a barrier, and I am a breacher. I'm not a survivor, I am a breacher. And I'm gonna end with some paraphrased Shakespeare, so dude, if you're listening, please don't be mad at me. Once more into the breach, dear friends, once more. Or close the wall up with our abusers dead. In peace, there's nothing. So becomes a woman is modest stillness and humility. But when the blast of injustice blows in our eyes, then imitate the actions of the tiger. Stiffen the sinews, summon up the blood, disguise fair nature with hard-favored rage.
Yeah, Marley, go speak out your words, girl.
Then lend the eye a terrible aspect. Now set the teeth and stretch the nostril wide. Hold hard the breath and bend up every spirit to her full height.
Yeah.
On, you noblest of women. I am a breacher. I broke through years ago, and I speak now to help others break through as well. I know I'm not alone, and you are not alone, and we are not alone. Are you a breacher? Are you a breacher? Me too.